All right, welcome back everybody. We are starting another project today, and this is another Lego project. I'm doing the Tuxedo Cat. It's Lego number 21349 in case you are interested. This set's been out for a little while. Lego just put out a set on March 1st, 2026 that is an orange cat. So basically the same thing, but as an orange cat instead of a tuxedo cat. But there's the box and the instruction manual. And then it came with 20 bags. And so here are the bags. So I'll get the first bag opened and bring you back, and I'll show you what's in it, and then we'll get started. Okay, here are the contents of bag 1. And so here are the pieces. And like usual with Lego, if there's any smaller pieces, they come in a smaller bag. And here's those pieces here. So we'll get started putting this one together. And once I finish bag 1, I'll bring you back and show you our progress. Okay, we have completed bag 1, and this is what we've made. I believe this is the start of the feet, I think. Of the back feet, I believe. Let's see. Yep. But we will I'll get bag 2 open, and I'll bring you back to show you the contents of bag 2. All right, here are the contents of bag 2. And so we've got all these pieces here. And this is my first, not my first, this is my third major build here. And this is the first time I haven't had a smaller bag inside the bag. So, but we'll get these this bag put together, and then I'll bring you back to show you the content, or where we're at on our build here. Alrighty, we have finished bag 2, and this is what we made. Kind of looks like a skyscraper, like I'm building a building here. But nope, we're building a tuxedo cat. And this was bag 2. So I will open up bag 3 and bring you back to show you the contents of bag 3. Okay, we have opened bag 3. And so here are the contents of bag 3. We got more pieces, and of course there was a smaller bag inside with some smaller pieces. So I'll get bag 3 put together, and I'll bring you back to show you our progress. Okay, we have finished bag number 3, and so this is what we got. We added this piece here and this piece here, and then we added this section up here. And then after I finished bag 2, I missed a step. I was supposed to attach what we completed in bag 2, this section here, to the base. So I did that here. So it's all attached. It's all one piece now. But I was looking at this while I was building bag 3. And I don't know if any of you watched the Thundercats back in the 80s. But this kind of reminded me of the Thundercats base. You know, with the paws sticking out at the front. Yeah. Stuff from my childhood, I guess. But anyways, we'll get on to bag number 4, and once I get it opened up, I'll bring you back to show you the contents. Okay, here is bag number 4, and so here are the parts here. And so we've got some more parts. There was no smaller bag in this one, so it's just the bigger pieces. So I'll get bag 4 put together, bring you back, and show you our progress. Okay, we have finished bag 4, and we've put basically this section here on. You can't see a lot of what I did because it's all covered up in the black pieces here, but we basically added on to the back side of the body of the cat. Oops, I guess I should get you in frame here, but the body of the cat. So we made this section here. So I'll get bag 5 open and show you the contents of that. Okay, here is bag 5. Bag 5. And here are the pieces. And again, with this one, there was no smaller bag. So it's just what was in the main bag. And so I'll get these pieces, bag 5 put together, and bring it back and show you the progress. Okay, we've completed bag 5, and we have started on the chest piece. This is the piece that we created here, and it attached on. We have those two of these right down the center here. It slid onto right there, and so that's bag 5. Let's get bag 6 opened up, and I'll bring you back to show you the contents of that. Okay, here is bag 6, and so bag 6, and here are the contents. So, and then there was a smaller bag, and the contents of that smaller bag. So I'll get bag 6 put together, and I'll bring you back to show you our progress. Okay, we have completed bag 6, and we basically made the side piece here. This covers up, and then this piece is in here, and then we made this side over here also, and attached it, and then we attached it to the body. So we've got about the lower end of the back side of the cat almost done, looks like. So I'll open up bag 7 and bring you back and show you the contents. Alrighty, we've got bag 7 opened up here, and these are the pieces for bag 7. And so I'll get this put together, and then I'll bring you back to show you our progress. All right, we have completed bag 7, and what we created was this piece here, and it basically attached to these 2 points here on this side. And so we'll get bag 8 opened up, and I am almost, let's see, bag 8. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a very similar build to bag 7, so we're probably going to complete this side over here, this here, and it's all part of the back legs. So I'll bring you back once I complete bag 8, or once I open bag 8 and show you what's in the contents, and then we'll go from there. All right, we've opened bag 8, and here are the contents. And looking at it, it looks like it's very similar to the contents of bag 7. So I think we're going to build the other side of the back leg knee area of the black Tuxedo Cat. So once I get it built, I'll bring you back, and we'll show you the progress. All right, we have completed bag 8, and as I figured, we did the other leg here, closed it up right here, and it was basically the same process, just a little backwards than this one, because they're mirroring each other. So. But that's where we're at. That's bag 8. Bag 8. Now we'll get on to bag 9, so I'll bring it back once I open it up to show you the contents. All right, here is bag 9, and here are the contents of bag 9. And so we'll get to building bag 9, and once I get it finished, I'll bring you back to show our progress on the Tuxedo Cat. All right, we have completed bag 9. And we created this section right here, and so we have the sides that come out here, and then this attached, we had those 2 pins. Actually, it was 4 pins sticking out, kind of like these 2 here, and it just slid onto that. And so, but that was bag 9. Let me move on to bag 10. I'll show you the contents once I get it open, and we'll go from there. All right, we have opened bag 10, and here are the pieces of it. And looking at the instruction book, looks like we're going to be starting on the front legs. So we'll see how far we get on this part, and I'll bring you back once I get bag 10 completed to show you our progress. All right, we have completed bag 10, and this is what we built. And I'm thinking, looking at the, I think this might be the lower part of the chest. I'm sorry, I don't know. Could be part of the feet. I don't know. Let's keep building, and we'll find out. So I'll open up bag 11, and I'll get it open and show you the contents, and then we'll go from there. All right, we've got bag 11 opened up, and here are the pieces. And so we got quite a bit here. And then there was also a smaller bag, and here are the pieces for that smaller bag. So we will get bag 11 put together, and then I'll bring you back to show you our progress. All right, we have completed bag 11, and it completed the legs part. This was from bag 10, and then we attached both legs from bag 11, and then we slid it onto the body on those 2 pins that were sticking out in the front. So I'll get you a close look here. All right, so I'll get bag 12 opened up, and I'll show you the contents once I get it opened, and then we'll go from there. All right, so bag 12, got it opened up, and here are all the pieces for bag 12. And then there was a smaller bag in there, and here are the pieces for that. So we'll get that put together, and then I'll bring you back and show you our progress. Okay, we completed bag 12, and this is what we made. Looks like it's the beginning of the upper part of the body. And as of right now, this piece here moves, but I'm sure after we get it all together, it won't move. But we'll see. But I'll get bag 13 opened up, and I'll bring you back once I have 13 open and to show you the contents. Okay, here is bag 13, and here's the contents. No smaller bag, just the main bag. And so I'll get bag 13 put together. Looks like it's a continuation of what we did for bag 12, looking at the directions. So I'll bring you back once I get it completed and show you our progress. Okay, bag 13 is done. And what we did was we added the side pieces here. These pieces here and here. So we basically enclosed what we did for bag 12 and 13. So, we'll get bag 14 opened, and we'll get bag 14 open, and I'll show you the contents of that bag. And so, and then we'll show the progress as we continue on. All right, we have opened bag 14, and here are the parts or pieces for bag 14. So I'll get bag 14 put together, and I'll bring you back and show you our progress. Okay, we have completed bag 14, and this is what we created. And so it looks like we're going to have it attaching to some other pieces. But I'm interested to see what this is all about. I'm sure we'll find out in some later later in the build. But yeah, and just to kind of show you, it looks like it's a little gear thing in there. And then this is what the bottom looks like. So, but that just goes right in there. If I can get it in here and it rotates. So maybe the head rotates around. That's a possibility. But anyways, let me get bag 15 opened up, and I'll bring you back and show you the contents. Okay, we've opened bag 15, and here is all the parts for it, and all these pieces here. And then there was a smaller bag in there, so there's the pieces for that. And if you're liking this content, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more Lego builds or any of the other hobbies that I do, such as building model vehicles, those ones that you glue together and kind of paint, or even some woodworking in the future, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can, and that notify button so you can be notified when I post my next video. Let's get bag 15 put together, and then I'll bring you back to show you the progress. All right, we have made some progress. Bag 15 was, got us pretty far actually, but mainly it was in this section here. Made the front of the cat, the Tuxedo Cat, and then it was also attaching the 3 pieces from the various bags prior to that, attaching them all together into this one unit here, including the legs, all the way through here, and then attaching it to the main, this part here. So we attach this piece to here, and then once we got all that attached, then we put it on the lower half of the cat, put it on, and then we attached some more of the front here. So, but let's get on to bag 16. Once I get it opened up, I'll bring you back to show you the contents. All right, here is bag 16, and here are all the pieces to bag 16. And there was a smaller bag, and so here's the smaller pieces for bag 16. And so I'll get these put together, and we'll bring you back to show you the progress. All right, we have completed bag 16. Bag 16 included a little bit of the back here that we added on, this piece here. And so we kind of covered up the back end here. We still have the tail to put on, which we haven't gotten to that yet, but the tail would go down here at the bottom. You clip into there, but we haven't got to that yet. The other part that we completed with bag 16 is this section here. We have started on the head, and this is part of the neck piece, the cat's neck. So this would eventually, once we get to the point, is the part that's going to connect here to this here. So we're moving right along, and I'll get bag 17 opened up and bring you back and show you the contents. All right, we've opened bag 17, and here are the contents of 17. And then there was a smaller bag in 17, and so there are the pieces for those. And so I'll get this bag built, and bring you back and show you our progress. Okay, we have completed bag 17. 17 consisted of adding this whole front section here of all the black and what's underneath, and then we added this side piece here, and then this side piece here, and then we also added this piece right here. And so this actually moves. So not sure exactly what that is yet, but I'm sure we'll find out as we get further into it. And but I'll open bag 18 and bring you back and show you the contents. Okay, we have opened bag 18, and here are all the parts and pieces. And then there was a smaller bag in 18, and here are all the pieces for that. And so, but we'll get bag 18 put together, and then I'll bring you back and show you the progress. All right, we have completed bag 18. And we basically created the mouth area and the beginning of the eye section. And actually this kind of moves. And so it moves up and down. Now there was 2 positions for the mouth that you could build. I currently have it built with the mouth closed. But I could take this piece here off and replace it with this piece. And then the mouth would be open. So I may show you that later on. Maybe after I get it all done, I'll show you it with the mouth closed and the mouth open. But let's get bag 19 opened, and we'll get and then I'll show you the contents of that. And but yeah, again, if you're liking this build, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more of the stuff that I get myself into, either whether it be Legos, building model vehicles with the kind that you glue together, or even in the future some woodworking projects, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification button so you know when I post my next video. So I'll bring you back once I get bag 19 open to show you the contents. All right, so I've opened bag 19, and here are the parts for 19. And we got quite a, and then there was a second bag in there, or the smaller one, and here's the part for that. It looks like we have options for eyes. I think I'm going to go with the blue eyes, but I'll bring you back after I get it completed and show you our progress. Well, we're getting there. I have completed bag 19, And bag 19 basically consisted of filling in the outer part of the black stuff for the head, putting on the ears up in here, and then see, and then the head swivels, and so, and we put it on the body, and so, but we're getting there. And I did put the blue eyes on. What do you think? I did also come with kind of a reddish orange eye, or yellowish color with a little orange and white. But I like the blue eyes better. And so, but that is bag 19. And so we will get bag 20 opened up. And once I get that opened up, I'll show you what we have in there. And more likely, I think bag 20 is going to be the tail. And so I'll bring you back once I get it opened up and show you the contents. All right, bag 20. And this is actually our last bag. And so here's all the parts that came in bag 20. And then there was a smaller bag. And here's all the stuff in the smaller bag. And so I'll get this put back to, I'll get bag 20 put together. And since this is the last bag, like I said, I'll bring you back and show you the completed project. And I may even have the mouth open instead of closed. So here we are with the cat's mouth closed. And then when I bring you back, I'll have the cat's mouth open so you can see it in an open state. But I'm going to get this bag 20 put together, and I'll bring you back when it's all completed. Okay, we have finished bag 20 and thus completed our build. Bag 20 was the tail. Oops, let me turn him around here. And so you can see the tail. And it clipped into those two little slots down at the bottom. And it comes around here. And the tail kind of moves too. See? Wrap it. And so there's the tail. And I did change out the mouth. So now the mouth is open. And then I do have the other piece here that has for a mouth closed in case we ever want to make the Tuxedo Cat's mouth closed. And the head does move. So that's pretty cool. The ears move. And the feet kind of swivel also. And then what I think is kind of weird is on the back side. Remember earlier in the build where I had mentioned that the back kind of swiveled out? Well, it never connected to anything, so the back actually opens up. And then you can see the inside of the cat. All the inside guts and everything. And so that's pretty cool. Get that put back here. Kind of hard to do this one-handed here. There we go. But there you go. That is the Tuxedo Cat. Again, there is Lego did come out with an orange cat back on March 1st of 2026. So if you guys want to, if you guys would rather have an orange cat, you can pick that up and build it. It wasn't too hard. Let's see. It took me an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then 2 hours. So about 5.5 to 6 hours to build. Wasn't too bad. Nice build if you have some time and want to get it done. But that is the Tuxedo Cat. So thank you for watching along and following along with me. Again, if you like this content, feel free to hit the like button. If you want to see more Lego builds, or in the future, I'll also do some model vehicles that you would glue together, or even some woodworking in the future. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification button to let you know when my next videos come out. And so I want to thank you for following along on this one. Have a great evening, day, whatever you have, and great week. And we'll see you in the next one.